Alrighty guys, I hope you're having a good break so far. Here's the video of the study guide I promised you. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna try to write in the pen only because I feel like you guys can see that a lot better than me writing in a pencil. So hopefully you have your study guides out. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. If you want to try to work them out and go along with me, you can totally do that as well. So let's look at number 1. It says there are 80 buttons in a container. If 24 of the buttons are yellow, what percent of the buttons are yellow? Now, I'm going to go ahead and set up my formula because this is what kind of problem? It's a percent problem. Good, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up. So this is my formula, remember? And I'm always given 100%. That's something that we know. That's information that we take into this problem. So now let's reread it. It says there are 8 buttons in a container. If 24 of the buttons are yellow, what percent of the buttons are yellow? Now I'm going to use a pencil for this because I want to show you guys whenever you read these kind of problems, I want you to go ahead and circle, underline, what have you, to show that percent is what we're solving for. Because it asks what percent of the buttons are yellow. So I'm looking for the yellow buttons. And let's go back. It actually tells us how many yellow buttons there are. It says if 24 of the buttons are yellow. So 24 is actually my what? That is my part. Good. So I'm going to say that's my part. And then what was my whole? Looking back at the study guide, it said there are 80 buttons in a container. Right there gives us our whole. So you know that we're solving for our part, our percent. That's our unknown. So I'm going to go ahead and cross multiply or do our little butterfly method. Not only can I not do lines, I can't really do circles, so forgive me. So let's go ahead and multiply this out. I'm going to get 80p is equal to 2400, and now the glue that holds their friendship together is multiplication. So how can I undo multiplication? Division. Good. So what do I want to divide by to get p by itself? 80. Very good. So I'm going to divide by 80 on both sides, and I'm going to get divided by 80 should get 30. Yes. P is equal to 30 what? Percent. Good, because that's what we're solving for. So 30% of the buttons are yellow. Good. Whoops, guys. You didn't tell me that. I was not even showing you. Alright, so let's move on to number 2. Scoot, scoot, scoot. Okay, so number 2 says at the amusement park, let me show you guys what I'm reading. Give me one. Alright, so it says, at the amusement park, you must be 46 inches to ride the tilt-a-wheel. If 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters, how many centimeters tall must you be to ride the tilt-a-wheel? So this is actually not a percent problem. It doesn't ask me for a percent. Doesn't tell me a percent anywhere, but it does give me a conversion. 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. So this is actually a conversion problem. I want to know how many centimeters are in my given 46 inches. So the way I'm going to set this up, and I'm going to show you guys, is I have 46 inches, and I want to know how many centimeters that is. Now, I'm going to go and show you that you can set it up like this. When we do conversions, we will multiply and we'll always put our given on the left. And what we're going to do is actually put our conversions on the right. Now, it's exactly like a ratio. So, my numerator is actually going to be what I'm trying to look for, and that's centimeters. And my denominator is what I want to cancel. So that's inches. I want to get rid of inches because I want to get to centimeters, okay? So I know that in 1 inch, I have 2.54 centimeters. Now, with these kind of problems, I'm going to show you. The same applies exactly what we did up here by dividing by 80. We canceled. We can also cancel out units. So 46 is same thing as 46 over 1. Inches here is in my numerator, and inches here is in my denominator. I've actually canceled out those units. So I'm left with centimeters. Now, all I have to do is 46 times 2.54, and that gives me 116.84 centimeters. Pretty simple? I sure hope so.